let me in?
The world ended. Didn't you get the memo?
Come on, guys, let's go for a slice of pizza. Yeah.
So fetch. What is fetch?
Oh, it's like slang from England.
I'm Charlotte Blackwood.
I'm Maverick.
Maverick? Does your mother not like you or something?
Chunk is dead. Don't say that. Never say that. Goonies never say die.
It's the Al Travis Show, and our next guest is an old-time friend of mine from years ago. He is Marcus Taplin. I haven't heard from this cat for a long time, but he is into something I'm very interested in. He's got a new company called DeepFreezeData.com. Marcus, thanks for coming on the program.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Al. It's good to see you again.
When I find out what you're up to now, I Bethany College years ago, right? I mean, that's where we would have met. You've moved on to this data, I want to call it data encryption because I don't know all the fancy terms, but basically taking Al's stuff, people's stuff, and locking it away so the rest of the world can't get it, right? Is that, I mean, the gist of your company? Give me the 30-second version of what you tell people you do.
Yeah, thank you very much. Deep Freeze Data is the company that we've been designing and creating the last basically 12 months. The whole goal is to provide a private, air-gapped, off-grid, disconnected from electricity, disconnected from any type of server, but basically a repository for any individual, small company, a business, artist to store their data and in a place where they can know they can always get it from.
The electricity thing gets me. Okay, so you're talking my data. I don't know how many radio shows, some TV shows I did. I got them on, I don't know, a removable hard drive thing. I know that's not the secure thing to do. Is this a cloud thing? Because again, I'm not a big fan of the cloud, and that I don't know where in the world it is and who owns the cloud, and I don't know how it works. Is it a cloud deal? How is yours different than just sending it to Google Cloud?
Great question. Short answer is no, this is not a cloud thing. Just like you said, you don't know where those are stored. Do you know, where some Amazon server, Google server, so it's like you upload it to this cloud, which is basically a folder, and it's basically just hardware that's running in someone else's building. That's what the cloud is. So we're providing a option to send your data off grid, so on an actual hard drive, or we do have a secure transfer portal that you're able to transfer stuff over to that's getting up and running. So a couple options to get it over here. But then once it's over here, the whole goal is to protect, retain, and reestablish it. So if you ever want grandma's recipe on how to make cookies, or you want a copy of your partnership agreement between the original, signed copy, you can store it with us and reclaim it at any time, and you know that it's not going to have changed. It's always going to be there. So that's kind of our goal, is to bring it back, ownership to the person versus just having access to your data. You're actually controlling who owns it.
Okay, so if I'm getting straight, so you have a physical place somewhere where this is being sent and dropped into a big computer somewhere that you are in charge of, Marcus himself or your team. Is that what I'm hearing? It's not generically, you say, a folder in the cloud?
Yep,
It's a hard place.
So we have a team of four people that started this business, myself, Ben, David, and Max, and we're all film industry veterans and have transferred hundreds of terabytes, petabytes of data over our careers. And so we've taken that approach of data storage and security, and we're just layering in ownership to it. So it's never to the internet. It's never stored anywhere on the internet. You totally have access to who can get a copy of it, and when you need it back and when you don't need it back.
Okay, so on a personal side, so I take all Al's old family photos. I've got them digitized. They need to be digitized, right? I have Archiving and Live Media come over. They digitize it. I get it all in files, and I say, now what? I can send them to deepfreezedata.com. You guys put them on your hard drive, which doesn't now go to the internet. Nobody's going to be able to, AI is not going to be able to steal them and use them in any sort of way. But I say I want all my three boys to be able to get to them when I'm gone. So I just fill out some paperwork, say these are the 3 knuckleheads that can come get my data whenever they want it, or can I limit them to just family photos? Is that how that works? I'm going to describe how I let others get my stuff.
Yeah, you're explaining it perfectly. You basically set up account, and this could be set up for a family trust, for a business, for an individual who then also would like to grant access to a family member or certain down the lines. The whole goal of this is to preserve family history, family legacy, and have a spot that families can go to in one company that they can get it. So say you have relatives all across the country, but maybe grandma and grandpa's original wedding photos, they would love a copy of them. Well, Al's hard drive failed on his shelf. So, we can go get it from Deep Freeze and disseminate it to anyone that would like it. That's on the list. Okay.
Let's go with this then, just on the personal level. We'll get to the business in a second. So on the personal level, I've created this account. I'm throwing pictures into it or documents that I really want the rest of the family to get to. I love the idea that family across the country can go get this too. We do this, but that's a thing that isn't, I'm done today. I'm 60 today, 2/3 of my life that's in there, right? I mean, I got it. But as I keep creating more content, am I able to continuously throw stuff on there? Is it like, hey, Al, it's a once a year deal, once a year download it? How often can I download the new batch of stuff?
Yeah, so anytime you want to upload to it, if you want to add more content to your vault slot, you're definitely able to, and we can do that. Like I said, transfer it offline. There's some people that are like, no, I don't want to deal with the cloud at all. I've moved away from that. So I'm going to mail you a hard drive, and I'd like you to transfer it for us. And so all of our workstations that we archive the media on are all disconnected from the internet. So that's where we get the whole off-grid, disconnected thought.
Okay, and that fair enough. When you talk about, so unlike I have a commercial coming up for Archive Life Media, you want it all digital right now. I'm not sending you the original photo. You're not transposing. You want digital versions of all of this, correct?
Yep. Yeah, we take all of your digital files and basically make them tangible. So we take those digital files and we're not storing them like a cloud service would, where it's just a copy of the file on someone else's server. We're actually putting a copy of that onto a real shelf-stable medium hard drive that's shelf-stable for 30 years. And then we put that in our EMP vault that's weather protected and stored in case of an event.
All right, so this isn't me getting online and shipping something every time I get it. Okay, fine, I got that. Once a year I do it, whatever. But let's say I do have a problem with my computer. Right? I'm just sending you copies. This is what I like. I'm just sending you copies, so you're my backup plan. So Al's removable Tera drive goes to heck. How do I then get that back from you? Because again, you're not going online, so. Will you drop a hard drive of my Tera drive and send it back to me so I can download it with it? Is that how that works?
Yeah. So two mentalities. So there are some folks that are okay with doing a transfer online. And if you are, we can send your stuff back to you online just as quick as you send to it online. But the preferred method for most everyone moving forward, I think, is trying to figure out how to claim ownership. So we would transfer that off the internet just to make sure there's no nefarious activities happening.
Well, I think that's what people, my age group especially, because we didn't grow up with all this stuff, are really concerned about this. On the other side, can we go to break? Can we talk about on the business, why a business might want to do this? Can we do that on the other side of the break?
Yeah, totally.
All right. I've got him. He's Marcus from Deep Freeze Data. Go to deepfreezedata.com. More after this.
Braver Angels Minnesota is part of a national movement that brings together conservatives, liberals, independents, and others to restore trust, respect, and goodwill in politics. We seek not to eliminate our differences, but rather deal with them head on, with respect and understanding. We do not try to change people's views, but how they view the other side. There will always be differences. Braver Angels Minnesota believes the best way forward is to change how we deal with those differences. Join the civil conversation at mn.braverangels.org.
Do you have a closet full of old videos, photos, slides, or films? Regain that space and preserve those memories for future generations. Visit archivinglifemedia.com or call 952-829-8018. See how safe and simple it is to digitize all your media. Gain peace of mind knowing that all those important memories will be saved and can be seen and shared again. Do it today. Check out archivinglifemedia.com or give them a call, 952-829-8018.
Easily offended? The Al Travis Show is not for you. The Al Travis Show. All sides are welcome.
We got Marcus Taplin on the program. He is the CEO of the deepfreezedata.com, and it's the new thing. You know, we all heard about the cloud, didn't like the cloud myself, don't understand the cloud, so I don't like it. But this is a storage place for all your digital assets that is never on the cloud, that doesn't have to be in the cloud, that they will take control of. So I find this interesting. But let me ask you on a business perspective, sir. You're a movie guy. That's how I knew you. So MP4s or whatever they're doing now, if they're up to MP12, I have no idea. But MP4s, I do MP3 with the audio that I work with, you know, photos, PS, whatever. That's pretty normal stuff. Is there any kind of formats you're not dealing with? Encrypted stuff for offices, buildings? Is there a format you don't take?
No, if it's a digital file, we can take it, whether it's pre-encrypted or it's unencrypted, and you'd like us to run encryption on it.
Well, what is your encryption? How does that work? Then I send you something that I just don't want my wife to see ever. Not that would happen, but if that were, how do you encrypt it, and what does that mean? What do I do to do that?
Yeah, totally. So you can send it to us, and then we run it through a software, and we create what's called a hashtag. And so a hashtag, if you think about it, is like a digital fingerprint for each file. Okay. So if you sent me a JPEG of a picture of you, if one little pixel in that JPEG gets changed, the hashtag is different. The hash code. Oh. So it's basically is like a real life fingerprint for your file or a whole data set.
Okay, fair enough. What happens? I guess I'm not trying to trick you up, but if you're running a business and I want to run this through Deep Freeze and put all my content there, who else can get a hold of it? Who else could possibly look at it? You and I presume your staff. Can the government come in and say, hey, we're looking into Al. Al's kind of a bit of a piece of work. Can we take a look at his data? Who's allowed in and who's not?
Well, that's the great thing is no one's allowed in unless we'd actually know about it because it's a physical storage of it. There's no like back door into someone's cloud that the government can come in or anything like that. So we'd actually have to be served with a physical subpoena from a court or judge to turn anything over.
And what about your staff itself? You guys regularly make sure it's okay? Is your hard drive storing it at a facility somewhere? Right? There's 3 different ways you can do this. One is in that. Describe the 3-2-1 plan.
Yeah, so our 3-2-1 plan is kind of like this theory that everyone should have implemented as far as their data. So it's 3 copies of your data, 2 of those copies in different locations, and one of those copies being off grid. And that third piece is where a lot of people start to lose it. So they'll have a copy on their hard drive at home, and then they'll have a copy in the cloud. We're that third copy that's off grid on purpose. And so that's where we're storing it. And that's kind of the whole point behind it is to business continuity, any of that type of thing, to make sure that it's there whenever you need it.
All right. So this offline thing, this is a physical place somewhere. How do you have it against some sort of natural disaster? Tornado, we don't get an earthquake, I presume, here in Minnesota. I don't know why I presume that. Earthquakes, we don't have them. How do we know the natural disaster you got to cover?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we've partnered with a few different places around the state to have 24-hour monitored vaults, and so like our vaults are in there. They're temp monitored. They're secure access only vaults, and we're actively creating more of those so that we can even decentralize our own data across different locations to limit risk and provide protection for your data. But we also do a few times a year annually where we'll actually pull your drive out of our vault, check it, make sure everything's good, and do those checksum things because even personally, I just booted up a hard drive the other day and it didn't want to mount. It didn't want to boot up. So if you're not actively checking your data that's on a hard drive, sometimes that hard drive just won't work the next time you plug it in, and that's what we're here for.
All right, fair enough. People are going to want to know about cost. So is this by terabytes or something like that? How does the cost structure work, and how does this fare, if you don't mind, compared to traditional cloud storage or other stuff?
Yeah, so the nice thing about us is we don't charge for all the reclaiming data and uploading data. So if you actually have like a cold storage with like Amazon or Microsoft or something like that, anytime you interact or want to pull that data off, they're going to charge you for however much gigabytes or terabytes you're pulling off. So we wanted to put the power back in the people. So it's basically, we give you 17 terabytes of capacity, which is massive.
That is massive. I would just mention this radio show. We've had 3 terabytes forever, and we're not even close.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a lot.
It's a ton. And so, for an annual storage cost for that 17 terabytes of $156. So we're trying to keep it at a very low price point. There are some sign up fees that we have. So in year 1, you're maybe looking at about $375 or so to establish this, and then about $150 per year to keep this going, and to have it, accessible for anyone that you would like to.
All right, and I get the idea, the setup. I mean, obviously, it costs more to get things rolling. Does that include someone chatting to Old Man Al on how to get this stuff to the point? I mean, I know what a removable hard drive is. I'm not an idiot. But as I start throwing that stuff on, you take a lifetime worth of stuff, put it in here, now I'm putting it on an envelope or, and setting it off with the UPS. You talk me through that to make sure I got it in the format how you want it. Does that come with a personal entourage to help me get through this process? Because it's going to scare the bejesus out of me.
Well, and that's 100%. So go ahead and try and call Google or Dropbox or Microsoft. We're the opposite. We're actually our mission here at Deep Freeze is servicing humans to protect, retain, and reestablish their digital property in an increasingly complex world. And we're humans. This is a human startup, and we have a phone number for a reason. So call us anytime you want, and talk to a real life human about how to preserve your data, not just fumble around on the internet and hope you're doing it right.
All right. So how does someone get, obviously, we're talking internet stuff, deepfreezedata.com. They can go start there. Is that what you want people to know to get to start there, or give you a call direct? What is it you'd like?
However, yeah, you can send us an email. But if you jump on our website, we have a bunch of ways to contact us. Our phone number is 612-999-2219. Deepfreezedata.com, and you can send us an email, find us on Substack, anywhere. And we're happy to have a conversation with you about how to personalize this for you so that you feel entrusted to store your data in a proper way. And that's what we're here is we're just trying to bring ownership back to personal data.
Sir, I got to fly. I thank you. It's been wonderful seeing you again, my friend. It's probably been 20 years as far as I can remember. Deepfreezedata.com. Go there today. Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you, Al.
You need a friend at the Capitol